So we're back in the Mars theme park here, creating an awesome theme park that's out of this world. And hopefully in this episode today, we're going to do a pretty cool roller coaster and some other bits and bobs. But let me just show you what I've done since the last episode. So in the last episode, I built this roller coaster, Carntation, if you want to check it out. It's pretty awesome. It's a really cool ride, actually. But a lot of people... A lot of you guys, especially roller coaster enthusiasts that watch this series, all cried when I put in this this roller coaster. Apparently, I've not been on one of these, so I can't speak to the validity of this comment. But a lot of people say this type of coaster is horrible, feels really uncomfortable. To me, it doesn't look so bad, but I guess maybe I should test it out to actually see if what you guys are saying is true. Nevertheless, it's a cool addition to the park. And it's what we did in our last video. I also added a block section because it was... I opened it up. I did all the queue and scenery around here. Added some shops, added a path, added some benches. You know, bits and bobs here. And the queue was taking forever. The ride takes quite a while to go around. Where is... Oh, there it is. So, yeah, it needed a little bit of adjustment. So, I block sectioned it and added in another kind of car thing. I don't know if that's what you call it. Seats. The train, I guess you'd call it. And now the queue seems a little bit more manageable and people don't mind going on it for too long. Yeah, the only thing is people don't have enough money. I've charging $22 for people to go on. People seem very happy to go on. It's got a lot of prestige. It's making a lot of money. But yeah, the queue's the only issue. But hopefully, you know, it's just because it's just open and it's new. And by the time we added today, by the time we add the next roller coaster, it won't be too much of an issue. So for those of you with keen eyes, you'll notice that I've added a new pathway that kind of goes off in this direction because I want to do a very specific thing with today's ride. And I think this coming off the start is a really nice idea because it gives us opportunity to kind of build off in this direction. And also, eventually, maybe not this episode, I want to hook this up to around here so, you know, we can kind of get out of this self-made kind of roadblock I've made with all the rides. So once I get round, hopefully people will be able to, you know, go on more rides and stuff. In terms of money, by the way, we are making around... I don't know, a few grand a month. It's a profitable park, which is nice. This is a realistic series in the sense that I've got to actually maintain money and stuff. But yeah, we've got about 10 grand in the bank, so we've got plenty of money to do what I want to do today. So yeah, let's get started. If you made it this far, drop a like. Let's see how many likes we can get on today's video. It supports the channel, and it makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. So yeah, you can be responsible for that. Okay, so what I want to do today is reminiscent of a few like Star Wars scenes. This obviously is on Mars, so it's out of this world. It's all space themed. Arguably, we've got like this Star Wars-esque hangar here. We've even got like what looks like some kind of... I don't know if it looks like an A-wing, but I mean, it looks a lot more like an A-wing than it does an X-wing. If you're not into Star Wars, it doesn't make any sense, but it looks like a space craft from Star Wars. Okay, it's even got a little R2-D2 bot in the back. Arguably, he's got a turret on him, but, you know. Anyway, so what I want to do is, you know when they have scenes on desert planets where they've got, like, a speeder, and they usually long pan shots from, like, way out here, and... You know, it's just one, it's like a land cruiser or something, and it's going along the sand really, really fast. It's just very, like, it's in all the like, a lot of the Star Wars film have that kind of, like, shot. And I thought it'd be really cool if we use the, where is it? I've lost my coaster. The bike here, the motorbike, kind of paint it an interesting color, and then have, because this is a launch coaster, have it launch along the ground. And it will just look cool. And we'll do some fun stuff with it, you know, when we can. But that was the plan, and that's kind of the idea. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to pop this probably here. There we go. And, right, so I'm going to have two sections. I'm going to have the first section, and then I'm going to have the second section. So, let's see what we can do. So, we want to launch it at maybe 43 miles an hour. Sure, why not? There we go. And then, cool. Alright, let's do some... I don't want it to go up too much, but I do want to give myself a little bit of room here if I want to build a pathway over it. Alright, let's just see that. I want to know if that actually has any excitement to it. So yeah, if you've not... Hang on, let me just pause it. If you've not seen it before, turn this off. You basically ride this bike and you're like pushed into it. It's kind of a weird system. But I know it doesn't look anything like a Star Wars land speeder, but you know, it's close enough. We'll change the color and stuff, and then maybe it will look like it. But so you sit here and then you get launched. Okay, that's way too big. Okay, so you know when I said I've got loads of money to build this, I did not foresee the price of the launcher being so expensive, but yeah, that's going to be an issue. But one cool thing that we've got going on right now is some excitement, so that's a positive. I want to get rid of this speed, and then I honestly want to launch it a second time because I think that would be really cool. So let's just bound it up in the air maybe and just try and get rid of this speed. Oh, okay, so this is really annoying for so many reasons. You can see it, and you've been watching this. Honestly, the rides keep breaking down. It must be like something about this scenario. I've never had a park where everything just breaks down constantly. All the inspections are every 10 minutes. I've got more than enough mechanics going around, but it is honestly just like such a drain on my income, because every time, for example, a ride like this breaks down, I have to give a refund to every single person. So everyone who's been stood there basically has been spending no money, and I have to give it back to them, and it's terrible. So as you can see, we basically keep fluctuating between having like 3 grand in the bank, and then a ride breaks down, and I'm just like having to give thousands and thousands of refunds because the ride literally keeps breaking down. The only way I can really get around it at this point is by requesting inspections just constantly and hoping it doesn't break down. I need to refurbish some of these rides, but honestly the refurbishments I've done, but did this just break down? Come on. This is broken down like an insane amount. Oh, come on, this is a joke. I have refurbished some of these rides already, and they just deteriorate so quickly. And there's not really much I can do about it. It's just honestly kind of ridiculous. Honestly kind of ridiculous. So, yeah, that's, it's not great. It's not great. And it's causing a lot of issues for this, yeah, another one's broken down. Please stop. Please. You're killing me. I'm trying to just finish my ride. In terms of where we are with the ride, let me just show you. So I've been building it here, which is quite nice. Let's go excitement. We've got a little tower there. We've got our second launch section. I've just finished that, which is kind of cool. And now I'm just making the process of, you know, doing the straight line. And I really like this actually, because you can kind of make these micro adjustments and really build up excitement without having to like do too much. And it's nice and cheap, so it is quite rocky, but you know, it would be rocky if you're in some kind of weird land speeder, I guess. Now I've tried to get it as like close to the floor as possible as well. It keeps breaking down. No, just please stop it. There you go. That's all I wanted to see. Is this kind of really long zooming across the sand sort of a thing. The max speed I can launch it at is 60 miles an hour, which I've done. I think it gets up to like 100, like sorry, not 100, like 58. So there's no point spending another, you know, 1,000 on it. But okay, now I can really start to, you know, go back home. Look at the history before this park. It's horrible. Like from an actual like park management perspective, this park is horrible because just look at it. That mind melt thing is the hyper jump is broken down. Come on. Oh, it's driving me absolutely bonkers. I just want to build this, finish building this ride, and then I can actually just put money towards refurbishing everything. Like, if you look at the monthly profit, we're still making $2,000 a month, but $2,000 a month is not enough to build a theme park ride, like a roller coaster. It's enough to, you know, manage and maybe build one ride that month, but it's not enough to do crazy projects like this. Literally. I've got mechanics. You know, I've got mechanics. Something like most of them have low work like load. I've turned everything to like 10 minutes. I can't make it any like. Do you want me to just make the mechanics basically live on the rides? What do you want from me? Come on. I mean, these ones are fine because they're reliable. They don't need to be checked every like half an hour, but these bigger rides, oh my, I mean, please. Like, as a scenario goes, obviously this is part of the Planet Coaster campaign. This is actually, oh, we're missing vendors? Okay, we'll buy a few vendors. As like the story mode and campaign goes, this is actually quite a challenging little campaign mission. Because if you look at the objectives here, monthly profit, like the park value. Oh wait, achieve a park value of 100,000, which we've done. I don't know why I haven't got a tick for that. Another ride is broken down. We need to do a firework display at some point as well. But man, yeah, quite challenging little campaign mission as it turns out. Alright, so finally we still everything's breaking down, but I do have money and I can start maybe refurbishing some of the rides. Oh, I finished this. Okay, so I've put in a little block section here. I really would have liked it if I could maybe block section it down here and kind of figured it out that way. But the way it's worked is I'm already slow here, so it makes sense to have it here. So it kind of goes off, does its thing, and then you stop just before the collision. So I don't know, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. But I do want to ride it and kind of see if it, you know, meets my expectations here. So let's just close it and ride and right, normal speed, please. It's quite exciting actually. Looks awesome. Oh, there's music. Is that music I heard? No? Okay. I was like, oh, there's music. And then there's no music. Whoa! 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 Oh, that would be fun. On a motorbike? Whoa! Yeah, that'd be awesome. Woohoo! You get to see this zoom past. Oh man, that's cool. And launch me, baby. Ooh, yeah, awesome. Alright. Kind of got there with the concept. Oh, that would be awesome on a bike. Obviously, the ride itself isn't that exciting. Like, this bit really isn't that much. But you got to remember, you're kind of leaning forward on a motorbike. So it's more exciting than your average ride. You're not sat down in a seat. Yeah, I still think this is a good ride. I'm going to do a load of scenery, make this look awesome, and yeah, I'll see you guys once we've done all that stuff. Okay, so I've done some little changes here. Rides have broken down, and I've still got money, so it's pretty interesting. So let me just show you a little bit of what I've worked on. I've got a little refueling station here, which is pretty cool. Goes in, refuels, get launched. And then we've got a border here. I don't know. I was kind of thinking maybe the speeder like darts out of kind of where you're meant to go. So you go through the gate, up over this rock ledge, which is pretty cool. Interestingly, you can't, in this campaign, have any terrain changes. So we've had to build our own rock formation, if you like. Looks pretty cool. Go through here, back through. And we've got a couple of plasma, maybe you're being shot at. Hey, you should not be out there. You get shot, I don't know. And then it goes through, round, more, and then round the fuel cells. Very important little thing. And obviously, you know, you had to have this kind of, I don't know what you would call this, launch area, which is kind of cool. Almost like you're being fired like a launch cannon, but very Space Mountain-esque. Another rock face. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I quite like it. We've got like a cannon here shooting up at, I don't know what. Thought it'd be kind of cool to have a giant laser cannon there. But I do kind of want to ride it. So let's give it a quick ride and see what the changes make it look like. Here we go. Oh, I like this. This is actually kind of cool. Obviously, like I said, it's not a hugely fast ride. The maximum speed is 60 miles an hour, which makes sense because that's all we launch at. G-force maximum is 3, which is like nothing really, especially in this game. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. It'd be a nice like entertainment ride. Oh, that's cool. Woohoo! Oh yes. I've also increased some of the banking sections. Whoa! That was close. Fuel me up, buddy. Glug, 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 glug. Get to see them ride past. Kind of like that. Actually, I should be a bit more worried about. That looks really... can you see that? Look at that. That's going to kill me. Please don't launch me at that edge. Is there an edge behind me? Probably. I've probably already been taken out, but there we go. Launch me. Oh, yes. Plasma. Go through the laser gate. Up here. Woohoo. Oh, I love it. Okay. Maybe I made a mistake. Should go back. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Awesome. So, yeah, let me know what you thought about this down in the comment section, guys. Cool little ride. It's taken me way longer than I thought just because of, like, the money issue and the rides breaking down. But I feel like this is a really nice addition, so I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, I want to see what the prestige is of this. Let's go and have a look. Prestige. Ooh, pretty good. Alright, we'll probably charge like $20, I'd say. Let's open it up. Nice. And also, the really nice thing is, we're going to have a lot of money go through. Like, I don't think... I've done a really short queue. Because people should, technically, kind of go through and, you know, get swapped over quite often. So, it should be a good little money maker.